Hi, everybody. I wanted to give you some feedback on your professional sites. These were drafts. Basically, you'll work on these again. Some of you will work on them throughout the year, and others will just pick it up when you get to web design. So I'm going to look at these as a first-time user, like a first site visitor. Even if I've looked at these a little bit, I'm going to give you that first impression because those are the things that you want to think about. This page, it's very clear and simple, and I love that. It's nice and clean. Uh, at one point I thought maybe this could be, below the scroll line, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. I want to check to see if this works, and it does. It takes me to your projects. So I think this is two projects. It probably needs a little more space there to show that, but let me go back. Good. But instead of saying let's begin, I think that should say projects if that's where it's taking you or your works. We can be consistent about that terminology. Works would be what you would put here also. All right. On this one now, I do think we want to make this a little bit bigger. You may need another paragraph. Probably if you can make this a little bit larger, because right now on the About page, what we have primarily is your contact information. So I think we can bring that down and make all of this a little larger. I think that would work well for you. And let's left align these. Sometimes when there's just a few lines, it's okay to have it center line, but once we start getting into 6 lines, that starts to feel like a paragraph, and we do left align paragraph text. You could edit these and should to be the same number of lines, each of these. That will work best. Okay. Possibly getting into this a little sooner so that the important information is right here and less depth here. You might consider putting about a little higher up instead of underneath your image. That's usually where we'll have a byline, whether it's the photographer or your name. So maybe, up here would be fine. And like I said, we'll make that a little larger. And you'll make sure that you'll do a spell check on that. Okay, not too bad. Just one or two things there. So nice. I want everybody to check that because most people have a little bit of a mistake there. If you put this below, you can have a whole page that links to that, but I definitely would bring this down. It's taking up a lot of your site, but it's a really clean, terrific site. You've done a great job. Do want to, if I click on this, okay. What we do want is to have asset guides here. They don't have to be in depth, just consistent. So we know what the ad was for example, and the logo was for. When we make thumbnails like this, and this is a draft, you'll be working on this again, try not to clip or crop words or images that are important to the work. I know it's, if we click on it, perhaps it will take us to a larger site, but that's what we want to do for things like that. But it's a great start. All right, let's move on. Okay. All right, you might want to cut this down a little bit so we don't have that empty space here. Good job here. Take this off. You can put your a Gmail voicemail there if you care to. And good, you're all linked up. Perfect. Okay. And we have those here. We don't usually need it in 2 places, but we'll see. We'll see if that's the only place where that happens. Okay. maybe a little larger font. Show everyone a tool here, and it is called, it's a Chrome extension. It's called What Font. So if I go to any Chrome site, I can click on this and it will tell me the size and the style. And it is 16, and that is the lowest we really want to go for a website. And sometimes a font is such that maybe we want to go a little bit bigger. And it could be because, we're on this green that I feel that way. But we are at the actual size. Okay. Nice. Probably can bring this up just a little, I think. Close that space just a little bit. And I want to exit What Font. Okay. These images, you want to optimize them so they don't take so long to load. It will slow your site down. Okay. And you'll look at things like the space between your work and things like that. That's what people will want to consider. Okay. Okay, nice. It would be nice if we could get that on one line, but and maybe that's by just removing project and all of these and saying title and just being consistent in that way. We might be able to pull that up. It's a one-time edit, so going in and doing something specific isn't too bad. Okay. Okay. I do like when you include the city, not the address or the map, but the city. Okay. These all seem linked up. Terrific job. This is a great job. I can't wait to see where these are all going to be next year when you have more work. It should be pretty exciting. And you've only had a week to work on this, so that's really terrific. Okay. Okay, we communicate to the world as it is to get it closer to how you want it. Interesting. Do we need this? I'm not sure that's necessary at all in either case. This I would have left a line. I see it's a style. Good, good. I feel like those should be clickable, but nice. Very good. Nice. These are not easy. This isn't the easiest template when we get to these images. You've kept them working together. And you'll do other things next year or along the way. Try and have less, not just one word on a line. So you can edit that a little bit. And update the year to 2022 or 2022. And maybe a little space so we can come up a little sooner into your page would be good. So far, so good. Okay. Probably a little space, we want to make sure there's space there. So however you change it, whether you put that to the right, but we definitely need more space there. You could make this deeper, that's one option. There's so many options, ways to do that. Probably want a little more space here and less there, although it is consistent. So, but yeah, this is a great start. Terrific. I'm looking for the contact. Okay, so what you would do is have a button here at the end for contact. All right, great job. Okay. maybe reduce this blue a little bit so this becomes a little more important. Good job with your vertical spacing. And okay, you might want to use the TikTok and the Twitch icons for that. And either update those or move those to the bottom. Okay. YouTube has a capital T in it. Okay. This button needs to be linked. And again, you've got time to do these things. It's not going to be something you have to do right away. Good job. Okay. You've got your work, you've got your asset guides. This could be larger for sure. It's a little more cartoon compared to some of the work that you have, but I don't know that that's true as you get into it. And we'll just see. We'll see where you go with all that. But yeah, terrific start. Very pleased with this group. Okay. All right, Gabby. Still like it. I still like it a lot. Good. That, needs a little bit of higher contrast there. It's hard to read. And sometimes that can just be something as simple as a very light airbrush on the image. Just a light gray, less than 10%, so that we can just see what that says without really modifying the image that much. But it would be on the image. Okay, quick view. If I click on it, probably, ideally you don't want to cover up the content like that. Okay. So look through those. It'd be nice if this could be, well, we do have them in the same place, so it becomes a matter of, in some cases, I don't know if you can flip that image or not, but that's the kind of thing to think about. Okay. Okay. A little hard to read. It's a little bit light. Just slightly. I mean, it just needs to be a little higher in contrast, this text, just a little bit. But I like it. I love the image. It's just a great photo. It's clear. Good job. Backgrounds are blurred. Perfect. Love that. Okay. I want this to go back to the home page if I click it, so link it to here. Okay. All right. Great job. Can't wait to see this next year when we adapt the mobile, which will be easy. Okay, John, let's increase the logo so we can make that out. You can make it bigger. Logos I like to see at least an inch in size if it's that complicated, so we can read it. It can go in the center if it doesn't fit here. Gaming community site designer, nice. You tell us exactly what you do. Work skills and about. Your contact would go here. It's okay to come over here. It's all right. Sometimes it's hard to find over there. Not so much in this template, but sometimes I'm looking for things over there. So not bad. Okay. Little tight here, right? Need a little space. Yeah, rather than covering that up, let's bring those down a little bit. Yeah, so you can work on that. It could be that it's responsive in doing that. Make sure I'm looking at it the actual size, and I am. Okay. But nice collection. Okay. I like being able to see this. Good background. Okay, so we won't need to explain that as far as not yet having a lot of work. You only need to show them good work, not a lot, and I think you do that. Okay?
This is a reminder.
So they're going to be primarily interested in your skills. So, you know, even if you just take off the work history for now, would be better, I think. This is rather spacious, but I do want to click on that. Okay, I like this. I think you may want to ultimately have the same amount of spacing. I don't mind that it's different because I see it as a style, but equal spacing between this line and that line. Okay. All right. Short and sweet. Okay. Great job. Great job. Okay, and you'll put a form here for them to be able to contact you. One of the things we're starting to do too is you can add the subscription form here at the bottom, and that way you can use people who come in and give you their emails for, you know, to subscribe to a post or something of yours. You can use those emails to then send out some email market to them. Nothing, you know, over the top that would bother them, but just, you know, welcome, thanks for looking at my site, or I have a new blog post, that kind of thing. All right. Let's see. But you did a good job there, John. Rags to riches, get a quote. If this is a service that is not your home, otherwise you might want to use the Google voicemail. Okay. Okay. Google voicemail. If this is a head office, actually, that's okay. But if it's, you know, a home office, you want to take that off. Okay, good. Okay. This may be able to be laid out a little differently, but like I said, you've got time. I think ultimately that you'll want to have a Rags to Riches logo like this, and then have cleaning services under it. So it's not, that's disappearing, but so it's not just one text all the way across that has both the name and the tagline. You could separate the tagline by a font, different font. So the things you'll look at will be the spacing, the vertical spacing here underneath your headers. Okay, and you'll check everything with the spell check and things. Okay, nice. All right. Terrific. Terrific. Can't wait to see where we go with this. Well done. This is linked up. I didn't see it right away though. You might want to, you do have it here. You may want to put it, maybe to the right or top or bottom. We'll look at that next year, or you can think about that as over the next few months. Okay. If this is a style, occasionally it's okay for a few lines, but better is usually a transparent rectangle, but not always. So it's just easier for people to read the left align. Keep that in mind. Try and put your YouTube link not right there, because we will be sending people away from your site before they have a chance to look at your examples. Okay, left align this, and that will take me to, okay, so we need your asset guides with these. Okay, otherwise, terrific. This is good on this page. Update the date here, Alex. Okay, Google Voice. Okay, so if I click on this, it takes me to you. If I click on this, okay, this is also a link. Okay, so either unlink it or send it somewhere. Same with this. And if we have those buttons, we wouldn't need this intermittent, intermediate navigation like this. Those aren't linked. Okay, so yeah, probably something smaller up here. Maybe this, maybe you don't need these here. Maybe it's a little much, okay? Maybe you just need the home or welcome, and then the two players here, and explain those, okay? Your contact page may be where you want to put these, YouTube and Twitch, all right? But these are just things, I see you have them down here, but the buttons, they're going to pull people away. And once they go to YouTube, they will never come back to your site, because YouTube is, of course, curated just for them. Okay, let's see. Nice. I like the way this is opening up. Maybe this, instead of this being by itself, maybe that comes under here. Go ahead and put another L there. So unlink that, remove that button. And again, you'll look at this, you won't be looking at this again this month. This will be, you'll be moving back to Real Deal Taco and making your corrections there based on what you've learned and the feedback you've received. So this, you would left align. It's going in the right place. You will also want to freeze your navigation so that it will still be here when we're on other pages. Okay. This, you might be able to go a little larger there with that, maybe even that big. We have a lot of scrolling here. That's not quite necessary. The other thing is we need asset guides for every piece that you put up there. I'm clicking on it, it's not really going anywhere, so So there's no other location for your asset guides right now that I can find. So yeah, you will just, I think, lay these out. They look great. I think you would just lay them out so there's not so much scrolling. And a contact button. You're linked up. So terrific start. Okay, Natasha. So far, so good. This is okay for now, but the thing that hiring managers like to see is it not, they'll want to see examples, which you hopefully have down here, but the percentages, that doesn't tell them a lot. It doesn't, if we use the terms that Adobe uses, whether it's proficient or something like that, those levels, that tells them something. But to say 85%, we don't know 85% of what? 85% of your skills, 85% of, excellent. I mean, we have a sort of an idea that you're like not quite at 100%, but let's just, and it looks good. I know, I do like them, but they're this particular thing, and you wouldn't know this because it's in the template, but that particular kind of skill list isn't a favorite for hiring managers, okay? So let's close that up a little bit. Okay, interesting. Interesting. We want to rename all our files. That's for everybody, so they don't show up as screenshot. Okay. Okay. Probably need this to be a little bigger. Okay. Update that to 2022. And you are linked. And you'll want to freeze your navigation so that it is always there. And if it overlaps, if it's, you have room here where you could make it right there, but you also could put it on the side. But I think if you moved your anchor up, there's a line that says anchor and we'll say experience page. You can bring that up a little and give you a little more space, headroom for your navigation if you like. Be the same here. So your navigation would be there if you freeze it. And you're just going to go into your header settings. You'll click this and you'll freeze your whole header. Okay. Maybe you want to move this down here since it will be in your header everywhere. Probably down here would be good. All right. And just to show you what everyone will be doing next year, you'll work on your mobile. And you can see it automatically puts everything in. And you just need to arrange it and align things the way they should be. Sometimes something like that happens. All right, so that's what you'll do as well next year, and you'll have new work to show. Okay. All right. And we are linked up here. This could be a higher contrast here. Let's see. Okay. I feel like this needs to be centered over this. And this is for everybody. When we have more, then we don't, unless we have a whole lot, we could use that. That can be where the navigation page title goes. And it could be work showcase or so forth. And then contact can be over here. So we don't have a drop down. Drop downs, avoid them if you can. They frequently will just cover content and be extra clicking, okay? Or, scrolling or something to find these things. Okay, so you'll have your asset guide and try and make these the same size, okay? right, so good start. We will look at these next year. I think I have one more that anybody else I will probably have to send individual feedback to, or I may post it on your website under the Wix comments. All right. Nice. Okay. Nice. If this, let's see, I'm assuming this is yours. If not, then that would be. Now, the thing about Wix, you know, is you can actually put a website on a page that functions. Okay. Okay. Linked up. Careful with your phone number. Okay. Okay. Linked. Okay. All right. All right, so great. You've got a lot of content you've built. I feel like this has probably, maybe you began this previously, maybe not. Okay. This probably could be a little clearer. Okay. You'll have to work with the alignment there where you're landing with these. I think this was a WordPress. So this will want to link to this. Instead, this is the Works page, which would be fine if we came down here when we selected services. So there's some linking issues. Also, we want to be able to get back to your other navigation, because we're not able to do that yet here. So you want that navigation here. And we've got lots of different pages, but probably fewer pages would be good, and just make sure fewer navigations so we don't have to hit the back button. And we have these. So we've got things in different places. It's almost a combination of things. And so I think just clearing it a little bit. And now we have the pink ones. And this is placeholder. So yeah, you'll want to go through, just do a little bit of editing, I think. All right. Terrific job. Can't wait to see these again next year. So everybody, very happy with where you are. You should be very proud of yourself and what you've accomplished in just 3 weeks at this stage. So I look forward to seeing you wrapping up your Real Deal Taco, and keep up the good work. Let me know if you have any questions whatsoever. All right? Great job.